All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. That is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. All right, and that is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so called black man. Now, what I'm about to play for you is Donald Trump, the 47th president, latest move to bring in big time organizations and or citizens to the America or to the Americans, particularly the United States of America, via by the way of this gold card. Okay. Now he's going to use the play on words as a green card, meaning your average, peon that, is here just because, but they can't get this gold card. All right. What does that come to mind right off the rip? He calls us all, both great and small, rich and poor. You see? So the stage is being set. All right. You got your green card, your lower, you know, your lower echelon of society, those that's here just to make it. And then you got your gold card, which is those of the higher echelon, upper tier. All right. The corporations, the citizens that can hire citizens to come over here. All right. So he's putting the difference between the two. The green card, that's for your everyday average Joe, Smo, whatever. And then you got your gold card. You got to pay $5 million for this card. All right. And then you could come here to the United States of America after you go through the vetting process and you can set up a corporation here. All right. But I'm doing too much talking. Let's let the man of the hour tell you more about it.
We're going to be doing something else that's going to be very, very good. We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship. And wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. And we think it's going to be extremely successful. And never been done before or anything like this, but it's something that we're going to be putting out over the next, would you say 2 weeks, Howard? Do you want to say a couple of words about it?
Sure.
Mr. President, are there any requirements for that gold card? Do you have to invest a certain amount of money in this country in order to qualify for that gold card?
Yeah, exactly.
So the EB-5 program was really, you lend some money, but it was full of nonsense, make-believe, and fraud, and it was a way to get a green card that was low-priced. So the president said, rather than having this sort of ridiculous EB-5 program, we're going to end the EB-5 program. We're going to replace it with the Trump Gold Card, which is really a green card gold, so they'll be able to pay $5 million to the U.S. government. They'll have to go through vetting, of course. We're going to make sure they're wonderful, world-class, global citizens. They can come to America. The president can give them a green card, and they can invest in America, and we can use that money to reduce our deficit. Why do we give out lotteries of green cards? Why do we give out EB-5 for green cards? The president of the United States understands that the right answer is, why don't we eliminate the deficit of the United States of America instead?
The gold card, well, millions, but the gold card will bring in with it people that create jobs.
And let me just speak briefly on this, that they're talking about this gold card is going to bring in people that create jobs. Well, that may be so in the beginning, or maybe not even so in the beginning, because we know just by the statistics and the logics that people aren't working. Okay, so what they're really coming to do is bring in these corporations to replace the workers that's already here. All right, they're not coming here to set up corporations and companies and businesses to have people work. They're going to create jobs, but it's going to be for AI, artificial intelligence, along with robots, okay? You people, they're going to spend that money that they come in and pay for that gold card. That's going to be used to further give you UBI, okay? Each one of these corporations or citizens that spend the $5 million for this gold card will be probably used to house or give 50 or 60 or maybe even 100 or 1,000 Americans UBI for that month, okay? And they may have to pay a certain amount each month depending on their dividends or their profits from these companies to put into the pot to fund or funnel the money towards giving the people here in America a UBI, universal basic income, something to sustain themselves, okay? So just wanted to say that before, okay? Let it continue to play.
Very high level people. I think companies will pay to get people in. For instance, you today graduate from the Wharton School of Finance or Harvard or Stanford or any college, and nobody knows if you can even go to work for a company. So Apple and all these companies that want to get people to be working for them will be able to buy a card, and for the people that are number one in their class at top schools, I see that as one of the things. But generally speaking, it'll be people with money and people that create jobs, and they won't have to pay any tax on income outside of the United States, which they're not paying right now. They're not citizens, but they'll have to pay if they create jobs in the United States. They'll pay full taxes like everybody else. So you're getting big taxpayers, big job producers.
And I don't think you pay taxes on robots or artificial intelligence, which is why they may initially hire human beings, but after a while, they may terminate all the human beings and tell them we no longer need your services. We're going full automated, okay? So this is big news right here.
And we'll be able to sell maybe 1 million of these cards, maybe more than that. And if you add up the numbers, they're pretty good. As an example, 1 million cards would be worth $5 trillion. $5 trillion.
Wow.
And if you sell 10 million of the cards, that's a total of $50 trillion.
You can't say this isn't a damn businessman, man. This man has came up with the idea of selling a damn gold card for $5 million. Knowing that only the wealthy, the rich is going to be able to afford that. And he's telling you if he sells 1 million, so he's already got 1 million people on standby. This guy, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, he knows exactly what he's doing, okay? They couldn't have picked a better candidate to use to bring and pair up with, a so-called quote-unquote tech guy and Elon Musk to bring forth this beast system with, okay?
Well, we have 35 trillion in debt. That'd be nice. So we'll see. But it could be great. Maybe it will be fantastic. We have it all worked out from the legal standpoint. It's totally legal to do. Hasn't been done before. It's been done in many different forms. We give them away. Why should we give them away? We shouldn't give them away. And I think it's something very exciting. I think it's potentially just something that we're all very.
I can't wait till this makes its round in news, man. Here it is. You got them deporting illegal immigrants because they don't have their green cards, but they're going to allow other immigrants to come in here as long as they got the money to pay for it, man. This is you couldn't write this any better than this, man. This man, I'm telling you, man, Donald J. Trump, man.
Excited about. So it's a gold card. It's somewhat like a green card, but at a higher level of sophistication. It's a road to citizenship for people. And essentially people of wealth or people of great talent, where people of wealth pay for those people of talent to get in, meaning companies will pay for people to get in and to have long-term staff.
Companies are going to pay for people to be replaced by robots, man. That's what it is. They're not paying for people to come in, man. They're going to pay for people to be replaced by robots. They already had cheap labor with illegal immigrants. You think they're going to bring in more to do less? No, they're going to use artificial intelligence alongside assistance with robots, man. All right?
In the country. And I think it's something we're very, very happy about. Would you have anything to say about that?
Well, many other countries, by the way, do this, including, of course, your 51st state does that.
And the money's earmarked for deficit reduction?
It may be earmarked for deficit, but it actually could be more money than that. I mean, if you did 10 million, you'd have $15 trillion left over. But generally, it's going to be pay down debt, yes.
Do you need Congress for this? Do you think you need
No, we don't need Congress, no. Because we're not doing citizenship, we're doing the card. It's a path to citizenship, a very strong path to citizenship, but we're not.
And he doesn't even need Congress to sign off on it. You see, that's the hallmarks, the hallmarks of a good salesman, man. Always thinking always thinking outside of the box, man. This guy, hey, he has the potential to bring forth that mark of the beast, man.
Doing the citizenship. For that, I'd have to get Congress.
And would all countries be eligible for this gold card?
Depends. The countries largely, the people will be vetted very carefully.
All right, let's see what it says about this Trump gold card. It says Trump to introduce gold card visa for wealthy investors with $5 million price tag. Route to citizenship. All right? So try that on for size, okay? You pay $5 million, you get expedited on your path or route to citizenship. You could come into America. You could set up, your organization, your corporation. You can, quote unquote, hire people, to create, quote unquote, jobs. All right. And hey, it helps the economy. And also it's going to fight and really is going to fight and take a swing out of the U.S. Debt. All right? Because I believe the U.S. debt now is at $37 trillion. All right? So if this goes all according to plan, he can have that debt probably wiped clean by the end of his administration. All right? But we know it's going to come with a price, man. All right? We know it's coming with a price. It says President Donald Trump suggests the introduction of a gold card visa on Tuesday afternoon. All right? Which was yesterday. Okay, it is now 12:53 a.m. Wednesday morning, February 26th. This was yesterday, a few hours ago. It says a potential opportunity for foreign investors to buy their way to American citizenship. I wonder why they want to buy their way to American citizenship all of a sudden, The U.S. currently offers a similar opportunity through the EB-5 Immigrant Investor Program, which was established in 1990 and is administered by the U.S. Citizenship Immigration Services, according to the USCIS website. The visa is open to investors who make the necessary investment in a commercial enterprise in the United States, as well as plan to create or preserve 10 permanent full-time jobs for qualified U.S. workers. But Trump's recent suggestion would replace the EB-5 program, and instead the Republican president plans to propose a gold card visa to the tune of $5 million. You see, they ain't going to be under that EB-5 where you have to have 10 employees to come over here and work for you in order to get your citizenship. No, you pay that $5 million card, you pay that $5 million to get your gold card, you're going to run your corporation the way you see fit. All right, you just put down $5 million. All they're going to do is tell you have to have this amount of employees. All right. Automated can be counted as an employee. All right. You're not going to sit here and say you got to have 10 physical beings that breathe air and eat as an employee. No, that's not part of the efficiency. All right. You got to remember the theme of this administration is efficiency. They even got a department for that called DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. All right. And that chip only makes sense. It's going to be the most efficient of all. All right. So this is where it's going to, man. All right. Let's get a couple of precepts. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Well, if you get here, you can get your gold card and get expedited to your path or route to citizenship. And in the process of doing that, we're going to create jobs for the Americans. We're going to make America great again. You see, we're bringing in wealthy investors here to America. We're going to vet those that we know that's deemed to have the best interest of America in their heart and want to see the company or the corporation or, the country flourish. We want those investors to come in, and they're going to create jobs for the people. You see? Meanwhile, you green card citizens, you green card people that's waiting on your citizenship, you got to wait for who knows how long. But the gold card, you see, oh no, that's a different class altogether. They're going to get their citizenship a lot sooner than you, okay? They're going under the gold card banner, all right? These are wealthy investors. These are the ones that's going to actually help the economy. And in purchasing these cards, they're going to, wipe away the U.S. debt, okay? You can't say no to that, all right? Especially when they make promises that, hey, well, we're going to take, inflation's going to go down because we're going to erase the debt because these people are coming in and buying these gold cards. These wealthy investors, they're building up businesses. They're taking over businesses, okay? Don't be surprised if you see an abandoned building somewhere near your neighborhood or whatever that has been out of commission for a week or two or a year or however long, start to pop up with a new, Arabian company they're running it, okay? Because we know those Arabs got a lot of money, man. So you may see them Arabs come over here and set up shop, man. All right? Or you may start to see more and more Chinese wealthy individuals or Africans or Europeans. Okay? We'll see how all this play out. All right? Okay? Especially in the tech industry. All right? Because we know I was gonna say his boy Elon, but we know his one of his cabinet members, wants to have the tech game to himself. All right? But a lot of these wealthy investors, they may have something to say about that, okay? So we got to see, all right? Look for a lot of manufacturing jobs, okay? I should say look for a lot of manufacturing businesses to open. Whether the jobs are open to you humans or not, who knows? They may have an opening for you or two. But it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Man, he don't have your best interest at heart. He tells you whatever it needs to be told to keep you at bay for the time being. It says his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Because when you see what the true purpose is behind this, his true identity, it's gonna be anything but nice or smooth. Okay? They're going to come over here, these wealthy investors. Just think, if they got $5 million to invest in a gold card, how much more money do they got to take out your local grocery store? Your local Just name it. Grocery store, your local car dealership, your local uh what can we what do we use? Your local clothing store, whatever these wealthy investors want to invest in over here, man. Okay. All right. They got the money to pay for a gold card. They're gonna have the money to, come set up shop and take down the small mom and pop stores, man. All right. And it says, yet were they drawn swords. So the end game is going to be what? Get everybody chipped, all right? Deplete the job market, make it where you can't get a regular job and you have to rely on government aid in the form of digital currency on your micro CHIP chip, universal basic income. They'll give you an allowance because now your service is no longer needed in this new era, this new age of digital technology. You're no longer needed, okay? Everybody's fair game, okay? All right? These elites are coming to use America as their stepping stool, their playground, all right? This is where they want to come and set up shop, all right? This is where it's going to, spring forth out of, all right? Here in the United States of America, it's going to go viral, all right? Everything is being put in motion right now for that chip, that beast system, okay? You got to remember, going back to Project Stargate, they building data centers in Texas, man. They may come over here with these investors and build more data centers. All right? you see? So the opportunities are endless. They may build data centers where they could house crypto or Bitcoin or whatever it is, And this may be the epic center where everything starts and spreads throughout the whole earth. Because they trying to compete against China, okay? So they stepping their game up under this current administration, man, to catch up with China, all right? Because China's making strides in the technocracy world. All right, Trump's saying, hey, we got to step it up, man. All right, and we got to, let wealthy investors come over here to build up our infrastructure even more. Because they may be bringing them over here just to build up the infrastructure for the beast system. All right? Okay, now we got data centers in each one of our 50 states. Data center in Florida, data center in Georgia, data center in Texas, data center in California, data center in North Carolina, data center in South Carolina, data center in Virginia. All right? Because why? They getting these $5 million gold cards. They can use that money to build these data centers up quickly to get this infrastructure throughout the whole, land, okay? To catch up with China, man. All right? So you take what he said at face value, you're going to be looking, pretty, stupid, for lack of better words, with eggnog all over your face, man. When the shit really goes and hits the fan, okay? So 2 Corinthians 2:11 tells us that what? Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Yeah, we know what's going on. We know the move. We know the play behind it, okay? You're gonna get your data centers up. You're gonna get the infrastructure put into place, and you're gonna get this chip up and running, man. Because you got a short time. Revelation 12:12. You got to do whatever it takes to get this party moving, to get this party started, man. Whether that's getting quote unquote wealthy investors to invest into this, country, you got to do what you got to do, man. Because these green cards ain't getting the job done, man. All right, that's taking too long. We got to go gold. go gold or go gold or go green, or Slocky, go gold or go home. All right. If you ain't got the gold, you taking your ass home. That's what he's basically telling you. Get these illegal immigrants and deport them back, man. They ain't doing nothing for the economy. We done used them up, and we done had our day under the sun with them. They're no longer serving their purpose. All right, we used them for their purpose. Now it's time for them to tell them to go home. So it's either go gold, meaning you get that gold card, or go home. We don't want no green cards anymore. It's either go gold or go home. All right, that might be the title for this. Go gold or go home. All right. So it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right. And we know he's ultimately coming for that mark of the beast. Revelation 13 and 16. It says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right. And they may be over here to build up, holding centers, detention centers, where they're going to house people that, refuse to take the mark. All right. So who knows? Don't be surprised if you see lands getting cleared out and, big warehouse looking buildings start to be, built up with, Arabic words written on it or Chinese words written on it, and you like what's really going on here? Well, they got the gold card, okay? They have a gold card, and now they on their way to getting citizenship. So they say. All right, that's just the cover story. It says, in that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of the name. Okay? So guess what? They're going to these corporations, these wealthy investors, they're going to push out all the workers that's working right now and replace them with artificial intelligent robots, and then give the people a monthly income or UBI, universal basic income, every month that they can sustain with, and they're going to have it on that chip. Okay? Go gold or go home. Okay? So it says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 666, Chi Psi Stigma. All right? So, hey, whatever it takes to get this party started, all right? We all with it, man. All right? If you got to get people in by the way of allowing the rich or wealthy, the oligarchy, to come in and set up shop, to get this beast system up and moving, hey, all praises, man. Call halal Yahweh Bahashim Mashiach Yahweh Shai. All praises, man. All right? We with it, man. We with that micro CHIP being made mandatory, because that means we're one step closer to getting up out of here. We can't leave here till it's made mandatory. All right? So whether they got to come in with these wealthy investors and push out all the people from having jobs because the AI is going to take over alongside with robots, and they're going to reduce the people to having to rely on a basic income, a universal basic income, we are all with it, man, because we know it's going to catch fire and it's going to spread through the whole earth, where everybody's going to have to take this chip. Not just here in America, but worldwide. It's going to catch like fire. It's going to spread like fire, man. Well, this is going to be the new standard, okay? And they may be trying to make America that gold standard, all right? This is how you want to set up your mark of the beast system. You want it to be efficiency as possible. Don't look at China. We're the best model for the mark of the beast system, okay? This is how you want it to be ran. You want to have wealthy investors to come in, invest into your country, your corporation, and oust the people to where they have to rely on a UBI, and you put it on a digital form of currency, and you have them put it inside their hand, And then they can get and buy and sell from these corporations, these wealthy investors. Okay. And don't get it twisted. These investors, they're gonna have to have that chip too. All right. Because they're not the top, they're not the tier or the, you know, brains behind the organization or operation. Okay. They just get to have you under them. But they gonna all have to have that chip too, man. Okay, that gold card is gonna be put on the chip too, man. All right, you see, but they okay with it because why? They understand they ain't gonna rule anyways, man. All right, the kingdom is for the Israelites, man. All right, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, man. All right, so we here, man. It's just a matter of time. Okay, so let's go ahead and close out with 1 Peter 5:8. And this is 1 Peter 5:8, and it reads, "Be sober, be vigilant." Why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Okay? And a lot of people are going to get taken by surprise when they tell them your job is no longer needed. We're going full automated. Okay? And they're going to make that announcement. We will now be issuing out universal basic income in the tune of $2,500 a month to pay off your basic needs. Okay, just come down to your local such and such and receive this chip in your right hand or in your forehead to receive your payments every month. Okay, and that's all you're gonna have to do. Get that chip. You're gonna receive your UBI. You're gonna receive your government assistance. You're going to receive your Medicaid on there. You're going to be able to receive your passport if you are one of the ones that are allowed to leave interstate to go from state to state. You know, you're going to be able to go to the grocery stores if you're allowed to go to the grocery stores, or whatever it is that they deem that they see fit for you to be able to do in this new world order. You're going to be able to do it by the way of your chip, man. So they're going to set up shop and tell you to come on down. Okay, yeah, we got you. All right. You can contribute this much to society. Okay, you may be able to go and get on a plane and fly domestically. You're going to be able to contribute this much to society. You can't leave out of your town for this week, this month, because we got to track your carbon footprint. We got to keep you in house for this much. You got to eat this week. You can't eat this month. There's no beef for you to eat this month, okay? This town is only going to be eating beef for this week, this month. This town, you can't eat this month, okay? You can't eat beef, all right? You may just have to eat whatever we bring to your local store, okay? All right? So it's going to be a complete new way of doing things, man. All right? And I know it seems far-fetched right now, but the closer we get to that point, you're going to see. All right, you're going to see. You just have to be patient, all right, and wait on the Lord, man. So be sober, be vigilant. Why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. All right, and that's going to be it. So with that being said, pray some more was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.